Welcome back to another edition of Arizona Wildcats Insiders Podcast. I'm your host, Troy Hutchison. College football season is in full swing as the Wildcats are coming down the final turn, the final four games of the regular season, sitting at 5-3 with an impressive win over Colorado, 52-17, hammering the Buffs on the road in Boulder. Arizona is just one win away from reaching a bowl berth. I think personally they're going to get to two more wins, making them 7-5. Maybe Sun Bowl, maybe Vegas Bowl. You never know. I think those are some options for Arizona. They have Kansas, Cincinnati on the road, Baylor at home, and on the road at ASU to close out the final four games of the regular season. Now, Noah Fifita has been highly impressive during the last two games. Yes, Arizona snapped a two-game losing streak, but it hasn't been because of Noah Fifita that Arizona has been losing. Again, they're 5-3. They're in a perfectly good situation. But Noah Fifita in the last two games, 480 yards passing. Tremendous there. 6 touchdown passes and completing 78% of his passes. He's been lights out. He won Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week for the second time this season, becoming the third Wildcat to do so. Him twice, Ishmael Mahdi once. Very impressive job by Noah Fifita and the team. But even though we are in the middle of college football season, hoops are finally here. College basketball is back in the desert. You can hear the ball bouncing, the squeak of the hardwood, the swish of the net, the crowd roaring. It is great to be back with college basketball season. Arizona wrapped up its first game of the season with an upset win over number 3 Florida, taking down the defending national champs 93-87 in Las Vegas under the lights of T-Mobile Arena. Arizona came in number 13 in the country. They did not look like a 13 team in the country. They looked like a top 5 team in the country. Florida played a tremendous game as well. The Gators jumped out to a 14-point lead. Arizona looked young, inexperienced, and a little bit nervous because, mind you, Tommy Lloyd, who starts mostly veterans, doesn't have a lineup filled with freshmen usually during his tenure at Arizona. Started Jaden Bradley, a senior, Braden Burries, freshman, Yvonne, freshman, and again the last name I'm working on the last name. Yvonne, a freshman, Koa Pete, freshman, and Mo Krivas, a redshirt freshman that got hurt last season. So when you look at that, there's a lot of inexperience in that starting lineup. I think people were shocked that Toby Awaka didn't get a start and that Anthony Del Orso didn't get a start. And it looked sloppy for the first 3 quarters, for the first 3 minutes of that game. They looked like deer in the headlights. But guess what? They settled in. Arizona goes on a 30-14 run to close out the first half, taking a 50-46 lead, building it all the way up to about 8 to 9 points, watching Florida battle back and hanging on to win. And in that game, we saw a freshman class, the 2025 recruiting class, go from, man, this class could be pretty good to, wow, this might be the best recruiting class in the last 30 years. I not only at Arizona, this might be one of the best recruiting classes since the Fab Five. That's how good this recruiting class is. Cole Pete, phenomenal. By the way, one of the reasons why I say that after this game is Seth Davis even said this is one of the most impressive recruiting classes he's ever seen. CBS's Seth Davis. So when you look at it, Cole Pete was phenomenal. 30 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. It's a good day at the office. Second most points by a freshman in their debut since Eric Money dropped 37. That's going back to the Fred Snowden era, the Kitty Core. Tremendous job by Cole Pete. Then Yvonne, he scored his own too, 12 points, had 10 rebounds for a double-double, going 2 for 2 from the three-point line. Didn't turn the ball. I mean, he looked good. Defensively, stud. Yvonne, nobody really knew a lot about him coming into the season, he's going to be an NBA player. Is he going to be one after this season? I don't know. I think he's a more polished version of a Pella Larson. And I'm talking about Pella's senior season. I think that's how good he is. And Pella's excelling at the NBA level. Pella was a very good player for for Tommy Lloyd. But Ivan has something different about him, man. That guy's a very physical player, can score at will, drives to the bucket. Very interesting prospect. And then Braden Burries, he struggled. And I think he might be a lottery pick. I think he will be a first-round draft pick, and I think he's going to be a lottery pick. Not a good game for him. I think the lights got a little too bright at times, sped up his shot. His shot was short a ton. So I think there was some nerves there. He had 3 points, fouled out of the game, 17 minutes. Not a good night. But overall, what a tremendous game for Arizona. And I want to talk about some observations we had. The 3-point line was a huge question mark coming into this season for the Wildcats. Outside of Anthony Del Rosso, where was the 3-point shooting going to come from? Tommy said he wasn't worried about it, that the team would get it done. Wants to average around 23s per game, he said in his post-game press conference. Arizona shot 5 threes, and Ivan hit 2 of them. Now, the one, Jaden Bradley looked like he hit one. They called it a 2-point shot. And Anthony Del Rosso missed 2, 3 maybe. I mean, that's just not a lot of 3-point shots. Can you live by? Arizona became the first team to beat a top 5 team since it was going 2 of 5 from the 3-point line, not taking more than 5 shots since 1998 when number 2 North Carolina beat number 1 Duke. So it doesn't happen very often. You got to develop a 3-point shot. I think Ivan is a serious option. Braden Burries, when he gets in his groove, will be a serious option. Dwayne Aristode could be a serious option. Jaden Bradley, I think, will develop. And Anthony Del Rosso. And Ivan, clearly. I think those guys could be serious threats, but they got to develop. We got to see them grow in that Utah Tech game. I think the NIU game after that, and then get ready for UCLA. Number 2, free throw shooting. You know, during the exhibition games, it wasn't pretty from the foul line. Shooting around 62%. That's not good. It's not horrid, but it's not good. It's not going to win you games in March. And so it's like, man, what's going to happen? Are they going to have a free throw shooter? Are they going to have a guy that can put the ball in the bucket at the line? Arizona shot 82% from the line against Florida. They got to the line 38 times, which is one of Tommy Lloyd's signature traits as a coach, is his teams get to the line. They get fouled. They get to the line. They hit their free throws. Jaden Bradley, impressive night. Maybe his best night as a Wildcat ever. Went 9 for 10 at the foul line from the charity strike. Did a tremendous job. Finished with 27 points, 5 assists. One of the best games I've ever seen. The best game I've ever seen from Jaden Bradley. Probably the biggest game of his career. So tremendous job there. And when I say biggest game, I just mean best game, not biggest stage. And then, you know, Cole B went 8 for 12. That's pretty good for a big guy. If you give me 8 for 12, 9 for 12 from one of your bigs, I'll take it. And I think Tommy would too. So tremendous job from Arizona at the foul line. And then lastly, you know, I could have gone 2 different ways with this. We went with Braden Burries, and we talked about it a little bit. His struggles, 3 points, 1 of 6 from the field, couple turnovers, fouls out. Again, I just think the hype was too much, too high at the moment for him. I think he got a little nervous out there on the court. I think he's going to be a tremendous player for Arizona. I don't think it's anything to worry about. For any Arizona fan panicking like, oh, man, maybe he's not the real calm down, man. He's going to be a lottery pick. Just give him some time. I think the Utah Tech game is a great game to get right. Same with NIU. And let's see what he does against UCLA, because Cronin's going to give Arizona fits with pressure. They're going to pressure the hell out of the basketball. You saw Florida almost pull off an amazing comeback at the end of the game because they pressured the ball. Arizona was turning it over, making bad decisions. Arizona needs Braden Burries to be good. They need him to be spectacular. And not just for finishing off games and just overall games. But in those situations, to get the ball up court, because Jaden Bradley's good at it. Anthony Del Rosso, I don't want the ball in his hands, getting the ball up court. I'd rather see Braden Burries do that. So let's see Braden Burries develop. I think he's going to be very good for Arizona, but give it a little time. Give it a little time. He's a freshman figuring everything out. Those are some of our takeaways from the game as Arizona upset number 3 Florida 93-87. Wildcats start 1-0 and will take on Utah Tech Friday night at 7 p.m.